What's up, yeah, Joe? Alright, I'm beat because yesterday I fucking worked for like 12 hours straight editing past Halloween tech news. So far the response has been very positive. I think people really enjoyed what I did with that, and like yeah, it's a fun video to edit, but yeah, it took me a long time to work on. Also, fortunately, my right eye is really interfering with my vision. Yeah, it's making like my vision blurry because the bump is actually rubbing against the eye, so it irritates it. So it kind of makes my vision blurry after a while. So I'm straining my vision a lot. Unfortunately, that's the situation. But the good news is that we have an appointment to get it removed. So yeah, that day's coming up soon. But anyways, all right. So we're basically towards the end of October. A lot of shit happened throughout this month, more than I was expecting, right? So there's still gonna be a few videos. Most likely this video is gonna start to go through in November, right? Because the way how I work and create my videos. This one I guess probably like the last video related to Knott's Berry Farm. I don't think we're gonna go back, and if I do, probably won't be. I don't think there's anything else really I can film. We went again, obviously, but the thing is, up to this point, I think it was like the 4th time that we went, and like yeah, we already went to all the mazes. We saw all the shows and stuff like that, and like it's been great. In regards to like me and the girlfriend's routines, Knott's Berry Farm is a part of our relationship. We like to go there a lot, right? So we like going with people, new friends and stuff like that. That being said, so we went, but I wanted to go more and actually focus on maybe paying attention to like the decor, the way how the monsters are, acting towards people. Trying to film more of like people getting scared, walking through the scare zones and shit like that. Just pretty much like pay more attention to like the overall environment that Knott's Berry Farm has created, scare zones and shit like that. And like it's been fun. I really like what they did, right? Now I mentioned before, and I don't mean this to like knock down Knott's. Don't misunderstand me. Obviously, Universal Studios, because it's a fucking movie studio, their quality is I guess more detailed, to put it that way. It doesn't mean like they're better or worse. It's just like there's more detail. They got the resources to like make some cool shit, right? But Knott's Berry Farm is still very fun and enjoyable. The cool thing I appreciate about Knott's, and I think this is something that I don't even see in neither Universal nor in Disneyland, is that it's very oriented towards adults. And that's for sure, right? There's a lot of sexual jokes that they make. The awareness of homosexuality is there as well. It's like they definitely do step on a lot of toes, right? And like I think that's the thing I love about Knott's a lot, and I appreciate that. Same with Universal, they focus on the recognizable, meaning like mazes like The Exorcist, Chucky, The Last of Us, shit like that. They focus on the experience of movies and you being a part of that movie for that second, right? But Knott's Berry Farm is almost like they are pushing that boundary of making you uncomfortable with topics, and that's the one thing I guess I really like about Knott's, and like I think that's what makes Knott's really fucking cool, and like one of the reasons why I love Knott's, I like going to Knott's. When you go to the shows, the topics, the actors, the jokes, there's definitely a lot of sexual innuendo going on. It's definitely very catered towards adults, big time. There's definitely plenty of access for alcohol if that's your thing, to walk around and drink. The mazes are definitely fun. You can interact with the monsters. And I think that's something that's really cool also about Knott's, is that like maybe they're not, obviously you're not supposed to harass them or touch them or bother them, this and that, but there is a form of interaction that you are able to do with the monsters, right? Obviously with limits, right? But you are able to like maybe respond to them, joke with them, this and that, and they can talk back to you, this and that. So it is fun. That being said, another thing that's kind of cool about Knott's is that there is a lot of little hidden shows that is not on their schedule. If if you go through the app and you try to see what the schedule is like for their shows, there are certain things that happen that is not on the schedule, right? It's almost you're gonna have to know when things happen. And again, you can know that only by talking to maybe some of the monsters, right? The scare actors and shit like that. Like there's one thing where it's like there's like a funeral that happens, right? It's not on like the schedule, but it's like a whole ceremony. I guess someone died or gets sacrificed, and they walk towards a cemetery, a grave, right? And it becomes a thing. They got the music going on and shit like that. So it's cool because it's not on the schedule, but if you happen to be there, you see it, you're in luck, right? Another cool thing about Knott's is like how much they interact with like the audience, right? One of like the best highlight moments of the night was my girlfriend. She likes to dance, so there is a scare zone called the Soaring 20s, which is just 20 era fashion and music and all that. It's by the Schultz Theater. And they have a band play, right? You know, that kind of music during like the Prohibition era. The cool thing is the actors, they'll come out and they get involved with like the people to start dancing, and like it's fun, you know. And like that's something I guess I can't really say I see a lot in like Universal nor in Disneyland. Disneyland, you know, you have to go in a line to take a picture or whatever. Universal, you know, it's more like, yeah, they'll try to scare you, but they walk away. But in us, yeah, the monsters actually try to get you involved, to be in a group and dance around and have some fun, right? So again, like those are like the things I guess I like to appreciate a lot about like Knott's, that it is definitely different compared to other like theme parks, right? I haven't gone to other theme parks outside of California yet in regards to like doing like scare, you know, theme stuff, but I do want to check out more shit. From my understanding, Tokyo or Japan, they don't fuck around, because they do have a Universal Studio in Japan. So I guess they do take things at a next level, from my understanding. You know, talking to people that's been to that shit, right? So definitely something I want to check out. Going to Knott's has been a good choice. We were gonna skip it mainly to save money, but the other cool thing about Knott's is like it's very affordable, you know, that's for sure. It's very affordable. So it was in our budget, and like, you know, unfortunately, because our dog passed away, and it was kind of like a good thing that we did that, just to help us get distracted with like this loss that we had recently with our pet, unfortunately, right? But anyways, yeah, not scary farm. I don't think I'm gonna film anything else from it until like next season, which is like the Christmas stuff. So yeah, I'll be filming more about that, right, when the time comes. But anyways, that's all I have to say. Knott's, good job this year. That was fun. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me for a bit. Really appreciate it. Talk to you later. Peace.